Hello and welcome guys. Hello and welcome guys. Welcome to episode 33 of The Witcher 2 Let's Play. And finally I have found my way back to to the Kid Benny camp. And yes, that cave was a maze, and off the camera I have looted everything out of that cave, and I have now my inventory is still, it's again almost full. So I'm thinking let's keep this hunter's armor in the storage and do this side quest, Lost Lambs, in which Zivik has told us that two of his men have gone missing. Alright, so let's proceed. And
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, and that barking fog.
let's go to the other side of the camp, and I noticed that Dandelion was there. Let's go and talk to the people. Let's pick up as many side quests as possible and do it one by one.
Browse.
Yeah, bastard sword, I think I should sell. All these swords, long sword, cleaver, etc. I think they should be sold.
I fought the
Browse.
We should have our say, take an interest in things.
Alright, let's
Or it
start
will
talking
turn
to the
out like
people,
the
starting
Merlin
with Dandelion.
Stiritum.
I see you finally decided to relax. Have I ever told you I think you lead a very unhealthy life?
You've mentioned it.
Evidently not enough for you to take it to heart. Anyway, the whores are quite decent here.
Maybe some other time.
You worry me.
Have you tried your luck with Bess?
Have you tried to, approach Vess?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
I just like to know.
Have you seen Sheila?
I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing, and told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. But that'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Alright, so Sheila is trying to know about the Witcher. Okay.
Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such are hardly in danger.
I have to clear my name, and also I have to know about my past.
I'm tired of having to explain that I'm not the Kingslayer.
Hensel believed you.
But he's still not sure, and I don't want him doing me any favors.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
It really depends on the reasons why he is a Kingslayer.
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, or maybe I'll just cut off his head.
Sabrina.
Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about the events 3 years ago.
When you burn a sorceress at the stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious baron.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevisic?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Thanet Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about if not them and their scheming?
Good point.
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have 2 women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her.
True that. Alright, see ya.
It's fat chance of Henselt and shit.
Greetings, Geralt, in these humble foreign walls.
Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to see that dear old noggin of yours emerge from a sea of unknown faces.
How are you feeling, Zoltan?
I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
The soldier in Henselt's camp looks at me like I'm a lump of rotten meat.
You think they suspect you of being a spy?
Who the fuck knows what's in their bloody heads? You know what? I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the last bloody cunt here. Somewhere nearby, my brethren are sharpening their axes, just waiting for the fog to dissipate so they can blunt them on some kid when he necks.
Whoa, that's nasty. That's nasty even for you, Zoltan.
You've been around. Heard anything about the Kingslayer?
Just that Henselt is shitting himself for fear that his head is about to be separated from his shoulders. For me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines. An ideal place for his kind. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much about this cunt that you're so ready to stick your neck out to find him?
Because I have to clear my name and I want to know my past.
Because I'm innocent.
The wise know that. And I didn't think you'd trouble yourself about what the fools think.
As long as Letho is free, I'll remain a suspect. I can only prove my innocence by presenting the culprit. No other way.
What will you do when you find him?
We'll see.
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. Maybe I'll see his point. And maybe I'll just cut off his head.
And are you rested after your journey, Zoltan?
All rested after the boat trip?
Don't remind me of that. My stomach churns at the very thought.
You could have traveled here on foot.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times a day, I'd have clobbered myself with my own hammer before boarding that boat.
And how is Roche?
You're spending all your time in Roche's camp. Have you two become chums?
Chums? That's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe. Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. His men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse in Henselt's camp.
How can you compare a whore's tits to Vessi's? I could buy myself the others, but hers are just to be admired.
Wow. Okay, so you are in love with Bess.
Well, we should at least object somehow. Spit at the sight of the black ones. Turn our heads away.
Pretty please.
Greetings, Haggard.
Actually, I would also like to know where Roche is.
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home.
Wow. I haven't even noticed half of those things. I don't I haven't noticed the house on the cliff. And what are the ravines that he's talking about?
The ravines around the camp. They don't look like they were shaped by nature.
Ah, okay.
They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield. 3 years back, it was the home of Malgat, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgat couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't. All the survivors were horribly burned.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot.
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
Alright, so... This is Madame
there
Carol,
trolls here?
and
Aye, there
this
are.
is the tower that that I was talking to her about.
Take that.
I don't get this. If I have burned the bodies, rot fiends should no longer be there. Anyway, let's take a look inside this tower. And I also wonder where Roche is. Is Roche over there in that tent? Let's find out.
I'm from Stilton, in the Lavalettes lands in Temeria.
A runaway, eh? I'm from back.
Comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
Here's Wes.
He does what?
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this, Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Kedweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us, and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see two possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
You don't think it's possible? Consider the Pontar Valley. Temeria, Kedwen and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
True. Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demavend, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right. The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder and the recruiter enter,
Roche.
and the mother says,
Here to spy on us.
Who would I be spying for?
For Henselt. The Death Mold. I heard they hired you.
It just so happens we have common aims. But don't worry, observing Vernon Roche isn't one of them.
In that case, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Any news from Flotsam?
What news of good old Flotsam?
Thanks to us, it still is good old Temerian Flotsam. If I hadn't sniffed out Laredo's treachery, a Kedweni garrison would be stationed there already. Constable John Natalis has appointed a new commandant to Flotsam. Let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another whore.
What about Yorveth?
You miss your old friend, Yorveth?
If the gods are kind, he'll yet fall into my hands. That said, I wonder what the scoundrel's up to.
You need to be careful. Death Mold can't learn that you're holding a Kedweni spy.
He won't. Don't you worry none.
Death Mold has an excellent net of his own spies.
That spy we caught at Laredo's, Arnold. He's prancing around in the next world.
Did he spill anything interesting?
He was tough, but waterboarding can be incredibly effective. Eventually, he coughed up that Henselt was trying to bring the border towns to a boil.
Henselt's not stupid. He wouldn't want to wage war on two fronts.
That rat Laredo was supposed to stir unrest in Flotsam. Luckily, you rearranged his intestines with your blade.
Okay, I'm looking for the plotters who are out to get Hansel.
How are things, Vernon?
Quiet. Nothing to talk about, really. Like everybody else, I'm waiting to see how events unfold.
Why not stop waiting and try setting something in motion?
My people are combing the area for Letho, who seems to have vanished. There's nothing else I can do. What are you up to?
Busy as ever. I need to lift the fog of specters, reverse Sabrina's curse, and find out who's behind the plot to assassinate Henselt.
I never thought I'd see you so eager to help Henselt.
Coincidence. Our interests happen to have aligned.
What interest might you have in tracking down this plot?
I get the feeling it's all linked. If I can't get to the bottom of this plot, I'll be unable to lift the curse and never recover my past.
In any case, I wonder who's behind it.
Well, I know where the plotters meet. If you want to learn more, come with me.
That would be a grave error. A captain of the Temerian army shouldn't meddle in the domestic matters of another state.
I thought that's exactly what they pay you to do.
Sorry, Geralt. This time I truly cannot help.
And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down.
Okay.
He spreads his cheek.
Any idea what's happening on the other side of the Battle of Spectres?
Well, I expect not much has changed. A bunch of dwarves, elves, and peasants are trying to figure out how to save Edirn.
Saskia's an exceptional woman.
But just a woman, nonetheless. Besides, how would you know?
Just a hunch, and there's all the talk. Besides, to assemble an army of elves, dwarves, and humans who fight side by side, you pretty much have to be extraordinary.
You'll not persuade me some woman will defeat Henselt in battle.
You're forgetting one thing. Kedwen's just fighting for a better life. Edirn's fighting for life itself.
Motivation's important, I grant you. But it can't trump knowledge of the art of war. Temeria's my only concern. And I'll be glad to see Henselt's forces tied up here. That's a good thing.
Think he wouldn't stop after conquering Edirn? What if he quickly deals with Saskia and turns his army west?
It's possible, but I hope it won't come to that.
I was wondering what you're actually doing here, Vernon.
The Blue Stripes never want for work, especially in a hotbed like this.
You're not about to tell me, are you? And here I thought we had something special.
I've got my finger on the pulse, and I've not forgotten what I came here for, Geralt.
Foltest's assassin.
Precisely. He's holed up like a rat, and he'll meet a rat's end.
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
Alright, so there's a lot going on here. Roche cannot meddle with the internal affairs of Kedwen, and eventually it falls upon the Witcher's back to take care of the situation, and he has to now find Letho, and he has to find the way to lift the curse, eliminate the mist, and at the same time he may be helping Henselt. So yes, there's a lot going on, both politically and supernaturally, if you will.
In the face of possible disaster, they tried to draft entire villages in Baywood. Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but the rest were pressed into service. The Count says these are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front, let the cavalry run them over.
Trouble.
Maybe it'll lose some momentum.
Move it! Dodge! Dodge! Wake up!
So, the battle was on. The serfs dropped their pikes and ran to the archers.
Okay, alright, so
Did they start looting?
what we can
Listen,
do
they
now
picked up the
is
bows
to
and shot at the
go
enemy.
inside that tower
Tell you, each shot meant a dead
find
man.
out what's in there. But before we go
Those were
there,
the serfs from Baywood.
Exactly. Poaching
let's
is in
see
their blood.
what we can do about this fight club.
Fen, keep dropping your guard like that and they'll beat your kisser to a pulp. Who do we have here?
Someone who's worried about your close combat skills.
We practice a few hours every day.
And here I thought practice makes perfect.
Really? Care to show us your skill then? White-haired one.
Of course.
Why not? Who's willing?
I'll try. See if you're as strong in your arms as you are in your gob.
Let's see what my friend Vernon taught you.
Make some room!
Close the distance.
And I hate QTEs.
Move it! Dodge! Dodge! Wake up!
These fights would
Got a feeling Fen won't remember much of that fight. With a few more surprises up our sleeves. How about you?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Who's willing?
Take me on. I fancy learning a few witches' tricks.
Alright.
Let's see what my friend Vernon taught you.
Make some room!
Move it! Dodge! Dodge! Wake up!
Yeah, these fights would have been more interesting if they were not about these quick time events. I really think that you know, if this were regular fights, you know, this would
Move
have been
it!
much more
Dodge!
interesting.
Dodge! Wake up!
Ha! He's still young. He'll learn. With a few more surprises up our sleeves. How about you?
Alright, one last fight.
Why not? Who's...
Run out of monsters to slay? Why are you fighting my men?
Just checking to see if you've taught them well.
And?
I'm amazed they're still standing.
You lackeys. Letting yourselves get thrown around like hay bales. Maybe you want to give me a try.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't know that there would be a twist in the tail.
Show me what you got, my striped friend.
You win. Feels like I've been kicked by a mare.
Pleasure getting a few slugs in the mug from you, Witcher. We're always eager to learn. You deserve a prize.
I don't need a reward.
It's no reward, just a sign of gratitude. We drag our asses round the world and collect all sorts of scrap metal. Take something. May it serve you well. See you soon.
Not so fast, Witcher. You'll take me on now. You snitch.
Whoa, now it's personal.
So be it.
What are you staring at?
What the bloody hell's all this about?
We're just practicing.
Want practice? I'll have you cleaning the canteen with your bare arses. How's that for practice? Back to the camp!
Aye, sir. That doesn't end this. Stop looking for square coins. You've little to gain, and you just might lose your head over it.
Wow.
So long.
Ah, lovely.
Nice. So this asshole turns out to be from fucking gang of the traitors. Alright, so there's a lot going on. So looks like Hansel has a gang of conspirators in his camp. They are looking for an opportunity to
Life can be really strange. I
go
fought the Nerf
against
Guardians
him.
a few years back.
Alright, let's meditate. Let's level up. Ooh, speed of vigor regen during combat plus 10%. I take this.
There's fat chance of Henselt and Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
Well, we should at least object somehow. Spit at the
Alright,
sight
let's
of the black.
go. Let's get inside this house and see what's it all about. Key required. Where would I get the key?
Die.
I'm still not sure how to get rid of all these rot fiends. I have burned every body. Maybe not enough.
Pull your legs out of your arse! Pull your legs out of your arse! Pull your legs out of your arse! You out of your arse! I'll pull your legs out of your arse!
What the fuck?
Die now!
Where the fuck did those raids come from?
Take that.
Die!
Run away.
For Cadwin!
Alright, let's go back to the camp and call it a day. I think I've had enough for today.
Are there trolls here?
Aye, there are.
And you don't mind?
What's so strange about that?
Browse and chew.
And they don't trouble the locals?
What about building bridges?
Alright guys, I'm gonna take a break here and thanks for watching and you guys have a good one. See you in the next episode. Thanks. Bye bye.